we discussed about yesterday we discussed about what is the difference between monolithic and microservices. Do you have any questions on that? I'm ready to take your question. If you have any questions with respect to microservice and the monolithic architecture, anybody have any questions? If not, we can move forward. Akshay, Bora Bhargav, Dheeraj, Mahendran, Omkar Jadhav, Prasanna, Prem, Sachin, Srinivas,
No, sir.
Surya Prakash. Do you have any questions with respect to stuff? No. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about ASP.NET Core MVC architecture. Okay. So this is the agenda for today's class. So this class is most important class where you
Sorry,
need.
sir.
Yeah,
I
please.
have one question about microservice. Yeah, I was not in that class yesterday, but still I have some questions.
Yeah, please
So,
go ahead.
as I told, I am new to .NET Core, and what I understand microservice, like, okay, we can go by for microservice when our team is huge and we want to give different tasks to different teams. Other than that, what is the reason to go microservice? Because as I know, when we going for microservice, the bottlenecks will like more HTTP requests, and previously where like where one coupling calling the classes directly in monolith. In microservice, we have to call the like APIs where we create more HTTP endpoints, and there are like bottlenecks when it slows down. What are the other reasons when we will go for microservices and not monolith?
Dheeraj or Bora Bhargav, can you answer his question? Yesterday you attended, right? Anyone can answer this question? Feel free to answer. Varsha, Swapnil, anyone can answer this question?
Like, can he repeat the question once in a short?
Yes, the question is that why to choose microservice and not monolith?
Yeah, like we have like a let's think we are also running the whole project in a server. We are connecting whole APIs, like we have like a some if we prioritize modules, like we have payment module, order module, product module in our project. If we prioritize these things, the payment module is highly priority, like we need to secure those data or API calls and all those things. But if you use for whole server one, if you use SQL server, it costs more, like uh, the more priority is payment module, and low priority also uses this SQL server. If the incoming traffic or anything is more than expected, we need to buy SQL server, like more infrastructure for everything, not only for payment. We need to buy for everything. But it is in the monolithic. And in microservices, we for every module we have different types of databases. Like for payment module, we keep a SQL server, and the low priority orders module or something, we keep the MongoDB, which is free or something. Like by dividing different modules, by prioritizing, and also by exchanging data between these things, and adding the business logics in the API gateway, we can reduce the infra cost. Yeah, this is the reason we use microservices.
No, still
And
like
one
I
more
have.
thing, and one more
Sorry.
thing, yeah, and one more thing related to this one, right? Monolithic architecture, every module is totally depending on another module. Okay, coming to microservices, it's a loosely coupling. We can say like it's less dependent.
Yeah, but both are there like merits and demerits. With loosely coupled, the problem or like what we face, okay, with loose coupled, there is big chance one will fail, and we don't know sometimes what is happening. With monolith, at least we know what is happening. Like, yeah, if I'm talking about a small team, yeah, if you have a big team like more than 10 people, okay, microservice is okay. But for example, my team is only 4 people. At that time, should I choose to go for microservice, or that time I
Student,
should choose for a monolith?
Mr. Shubham,
Yes,
student. Why student comes here?
not student. I'm saying my team. For example, I'm saying if my team has only 4 people or 5 people,
I
at
got it.
that
Thank
time
you, thank
should
you,
I
thank
go
you,
for,
thank you,
yeah,
Mr.
that
Shubham.
time,
Just a
yes.
second. Mr. Shubham, that's just a second. I will answer your question beyond.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me 2 minutes.
I am asking this because I was asked this
Mr.
question actually.
Shubham, give me some time. I'm telling
Sure,
you.
sure.
Just be
Sure.
online. I will cut your nose right away. Please wait. What is your full name? Guys, give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
I want everybody give me some time. I don't want to do here. Hold on a second. See, microservice architecture basically enterprise-based application we require. Point number one. Where you are talking about 4-member teams, it is not an enterprise-based application where you are going to develop only a small kind of application which can be used internally. Point number one. Point number two, microservice architecture is basically for huge traffic of applications like banking-based applications, insurance-based application, like e-commerce-based application. We are using a microservice architecture. Second point. Third point, as Mr. Akshay and somebody from my team would have told you that, for example, you have to split your database based on the transaction and master DBs. Let's say an example, in the eStore project, there is a DB called DB where you are maintaining product list. Is the product list is master data or a transactional data? Shubham, are you there?
Yes. Sorry, actually your voice broke actually. I only heard product.
No. My question is whether product is a master data or a transactional data in any e-commerce projects.
Master data. Product is a master data.
Master data. Are you going to change master data continuously?
No.
Whether the product data is
Sir, his voice is like getting slow sometimes, like breaking.
my product data is sensitive or non-sensitive?
Product data is
Master data is sensitive or
sensitive.
non-sensitive?
Master data is sensitive.
How come? How come it is sensitive? As a solution architect, can you explain?
It depends, like what type of master data we're saying. Master data
Say I
sometimes it
am
is
selling a product in my eStore
okay.
project.
Okay.
Guys, please listen. Whether I'm wrong, you can pitch in, everybody. Okay, I'm selling a product which has a master data, whether that master data is my sensitive data or non-sensitive data. I built an e-commerce application. In the e-commerce application, these are all the products I'm selling from my e-commerce website. Okay, these data is sensitive or non-sensitive? Anyone can answer me. Anyone can answer me. I'm maintaining a product. Okay, this data is sensitive or non-sensitive?
It is not sensitive.
Non-sensitive. Why we are getting this as a non-sensitive? Are we categorizing data based on business, or are we categorizing the data based on technology?
Based on business.
Based on business. My product is non-sensitive or sensitive?
Non-sensitive, because we have to do the business, no?
With that data only, I'm going to make it business.
Correct.
Okay, fine. So if non-sensitive data, do I need to maintain in SQL Server, which is a cost-effective or a cost loser?
It is a cost-effective.
Cost-effective. So can I move the data into MongoDB? Is a right option or a bad option in microservice architecture?
It is right option because no license required for that.
No license required. Is it there, Shubham? Mr. Shubham, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Now you got the point why people are moving into. See, architecture is not deciding based on only with the monolithic or microservices. If you look into a CTO level or director level or enterprise architect level, they think about whether what type of data we are going to store it in our database. Am
Understood.
I a senior engineering manager working in an organization? I need to understand whether this data need to be secured or whether this data need to be non-secure. When I'm making these data are non-secured, let me push this data to NoSQL databases, which is not a cost effective, which is not required a cost at all. That is one point. Second point is there are multiple teams working in a bigger organization. You are talking about 4-member team. Suppose I'm developing a product with a 50 members team. I am splitting every module into an independent architecture. Got my point? In an enterprise level, in a bigger organization like Commonwealth Bank of Australia, Lloyd's Banking Group, they prefer go with microservice architecture. They're not interested to get into monolithic architecture because every 3 months there is a release happen. If one team struck with that, if you use a monolithic architecture, if 50 members trying to check in the code, it will break the entire production system or the testing system. Okay. So people splitting the functionality based on the product. With that functionality, they are building a individual microservices. I think Shubham, you got my point, or do you have any other
Yes,
point?
yes, no. That was also my point. And sorry, why I asked this question? Because someone asked me recently, and that is the why I asked the same question which I was asked. Because I
No.
also work in an enterprise environment where we
Mm-hmm.
only choose microservice over monolith.
Mm. You never choose
Thank you for explaining.
microservice.
Thank.
I don't.
No,
I don't understand
no. We always choose microservice over monolith.
why.
But because we have a big team and we have extreme like very different like kind of services where we
Mm.
don't want to depend on like other team what they are doing. So we can like finish our services and deploy it. That is the reason we are selecting microservices. And as I
That is
told
not
earlier,
only the reason. Probably
mhm,
you can check with your architect or
okay,
management in a
okay,
CTO level team. That is not
hmm,
only the reason we are splitting into it. There is a cost involved on it. For example, in this master transaction, the effect of invoking the calls at the same time will be very less. Where there is a transactional data, where the number of queries will be more. Understand
hmm,
my point? So
yes,
what happened is if a particular point of time 1,000 requests are hitting your service, suddenly in December time, May Day or whatever the day they call it as in US, at that particular point of time, out of 1,000 requests, people are calling 2,000 requests.
yes.
When you make a 2,000 request, your server is not sufficient, it will get crashed.
Yes, that is why we use scalable system like auto
So
scalings.
when you go for a scalable system, if I have a monolithic architecture, unnecessarily I'm buying a space
Obviously.
which is not at all required.
Yes, sir. True. That is true. Only for one service I can scale it, not for all the services.
That too, I can implement a load balancer for that particular individual service. I don't want to implement a load balancer for all the services.
Yes. Yes.
So is it a cost effective for me?
Oh,
Shubham?
obviously, it is going to save a lot of cost for you because you are not scaling all the applications. You are not adding load balancers for all the services. Only for the particular service which is getting like more heat, you are only scaling that. So other services are still intact and you are not paying for them. So obviously, you are going to save money. So yes, it is cost effective.
Now you understand why people are moving from
Yes.
monolithic to microservice.
Yes. Yes.
Are you clear with the point?
Yes. Thank you. Thanks a
Can I
lot.
move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Fine. Let's get into the topic of ASP.NET MVC architecture. So basically, why we are having a .NET Core? Can anyone tell me why Microsoft introduced core concept, core in instead of .NET framework? People are moved into .NET Core. Can anyone tell me?
Platform independent.
Platform independent or dependent?
Platform dependent. Now we are
So, okay, most of you doesn't may aware of it. What is platform? Let me explain few things. Maybe there are juniors or whoever it may be. Okay. See, what is platform? Can anyone tell me? See, I have a CPU. I have a CPU. I have a CPU. I have a keyboard. I have a hard disk. I have a mouse. These are all hardware components. Am I right? Say yes or no.
Yes.
These are all the hardware components. To activate these hardware components, what you will do, on top of this, you are going to install operating system. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Then only these hardware
yes.
components will get activated. Am I right? So here I'm installing Windows, Linux, or some other concepts like Linux or Unix or whatever, etc. Okay. When I say a project which is going to run on Windows platform, so this is called a platform. So what is platform definition? What is platform definition? Platform
where our application needs to run and also
platform is used to platform is nothing but combination of operating system and hardware component. Do you all agree with this? Please say yes or no. Do you all agree with this?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Agree.
And you will call whenever somebody asks you, when people talking in industry, we used to say we are using a Windows platform or we are using a Linux platform. Am I right? This is how we speak, right? In real time, we used to speak like a Windows platform or Linux platform. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dheeraj. Dheeraj,
Yes, sir.
am I right?
Correct.
So now the point here is .NET framework. Earlier .NET framework will support to run only on Windows operating system. Till 2015, .NET framework will support run only on Windows operating system. Clear my point? It will not support Linux. It will not support any other operating system. Or you got my point? So Microsoft decided to bring up with the core concept. Microsoft decided to build a .NET Core which will help us to run any operating system. Or you got my point? So that is why people are moving from .NET framework to .NET Core. Now in the market, everybody talking about .NET Core. The reason behind is they are not okay with the .NET framework because it will run only on Windows operating system. Whereas .NET Core will run on any operating system. So you tell me, can I choose .NET Core is the best option or can I choose .NET Framework is the best option?
.NET Core is the best option as it's a platform independent.
As a platform independent, .NET Core is my best option. Sachin, Shubham, you understand, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now, sir, how this .NET Core, ASP.NET Core will run? ASP.NET Core application will run. Can anyone know this? Can anyone know this?
CLR.
Come again?
CLR.
No.
It needs a server.
See, let me go here. I'm trying to create a new file. New. See, I have a web server here. Okay. Listen carefully. When we call this is a web server, when we call a mission is a web server, most of the seniors, whenever you install IaaS, we will call this mission as a web server. Agreed or not? A mission which has an IaaS server, that time we will call that mission as a web server. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Where you will deploy your .NET application, within an IaaS server or outside the IaaS server? You will deploy
Within IaaS server.
within an IaaS server. So here I am deploying a .NET Core project. What project? ASP.NET Core project deployed in IaaS server. Clear my point?
Yes.
Under the IaaS server, you deployed a ASP.NET Core project. Same way, the same project I'm trying to deploy in Linux with Apache server. Linux with Apache server. Okay. So here, this ASP.NET will run in Apache server. So will it work for me? Will the request will be served by ASP.NET Core is possible? Because one machine you are using IaaS, the other machine you are using Apache. But ASP.NET Core will not run. So what .NET Microsoft decided, you make these web servers are proxy servers. They're making these web servers are what server? Proxy server. Clear my point? And then within the ASP.NET Core, they had built a server called Kestrel. What? Kestrel. Kestrel server. Whenever a client make a request, that request will first go to your proxy server. The proxy server in turn will talk to the Kestrel server. Clear my point? Everybody
Yes.
clear?
Yes.
Everybody. Akshay, Swapnil,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
everybody. Dheeraj. So, who is going to serve your request? Kestrel server or IaaS? Who is going to
Only
execute
Kestrel.
the request?
Kestrel, sir.
It will be Kestrel.
It will be Kestrel server. So, Kestrel server, after processing the request, it will give a response back to your proxy server. Proxy server will send the response back to the client. Can I have any kind of proxy server? Can I have IaaS? Can I have Apache? Can I have Nginx? Anything I can have on top of the Kestrel server. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yes.
Because my ASP.NET Core internally has a inbuilt server called Kestrel. Clear my point?
Yes.
Am I clear?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
A proxy server different, reverse proxy server, both are same or different?
See, reverse proxy, proxy, both are same only.
Both are same.
Both are same.
Okay, sir.
My laptop is not starting. One second, sir. Yeah, now okay. Fine. Yeah, go ahead, Manikanta. You are asking a question. Please go ahead.
Proxy server and reverse proxy server.
Both are
Both are
same only.
same or different?
Both are same only.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
somebody will talk reverse proxy server, somebody will talk proxy server. Anything, both are same only. Proxy is nothing but what? Alternate. Am I right or wrong?
Okay,
What
okay,
is
sir.
the
Okay.
purpose of proxy? Proxy is nothing but a alternate of your solution. Am I right?
Yes,
Am I right or wrong? So can I make a
right.
note here? ASP.NET Core application will run on Kestrel server, which is inbuilt in .NET Core project, which is inbuilt in .NET Core framework. Whenever we deploy an application in IaaS, the IaaS will act as a ISS, not IaaS, will act as a reverse proxy server. Do you all agree with me?
Agree.
Reverse
Yes.
proxy server. Once the reverse proxy server received a request, it will redirect the same request. It will redirect to same request to the Kestrel server. So here, Kestrel server will execute all your request, or I can add one more point, execute or process all your request, generate the response, send the response back to the client or reverse proxy. Kestrel server is executed the response and generated the response. Will the generated response will send to reverse proxy server, or it will directly to the client?
Reverse proxy server.
Reverse proxy server. Send response back to the reverse proxy server, and reverse proxy server send the response to the client. Here, I will add a few more points. Here, reverse proxy server could be IaaS, Nginx, Apache. Even you can deploy your .NET and Tomcat, etc. Got the point? So that any ASP.NET Core project will be worked as a platform independent. Clear my point? Everybody clear with my point?
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody
Yes.
have any questions? Viren, Bora Bhargav, Dheeraj. I have 17 people are in this batch. Okay. I want answer from you. Do you all understand Dheeraj, Akshay? Omkar,
Yes, sir.
Shastri,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Varsha, do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is called .NET Core Micros. This is called ASP.NET Core. Now, using ASP.NET Core, we can build web application and web APIs. Am I right or wrong? We can build
Yes.
application
Yes.
and web API. Okay. Do you all understand why people are moving from .NET framework to core, ASP.NET MVC to ASP.NET MVC core? Do you all agree with this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, how ASP.NET MVC core will process a request end to end. For that, we are going to discuss on ASP.NET MVC core layer approach. In which layer, what type of logic we are going to build? The very first layer is middleware layer. This is the entry point of any core project. Let me go to the diagram. I will explain. Control N, don't save. See, you are deployed an application in web server as an ASP project, MVC core project. Okay. Now you are having a database here. It could be any database. Assume I'm using a SQL Server database. Understand my point? I'm using a SQL Server database here. This is most important topic for ASP.NET MVC core. So be cautious to understand. If you are not able to understand, immediately stop me to raise your questions. ASP.NET server. SQL server will be there. See, here, whenever there is a client want to retrieve a product data, something like this. Okay. So, where this product information is available in the database or in the web application? Where your product data is available? Is it in database or outside the database?
Database.
It is in database. Now, to get this data displayed to the user, am I going to build a MVC core project? So what I'm going to do, in this web server, I am having a ASP.NET core project, which has been deployed. This project, whenever user makes a request, this request will first hit the middleware. It will hit a middleware. I'll tell you what are the logic we are going to build in middleware later point. So middleware. Clear my point? Everybody clear?
Yes.
So middleware, internally, whenever the request is coming to the middleware ensuring that request is valid or not. If the request is valid, again, it will give it to the controller. Here I have a controller. Listen carefully. The middleware is saying, yes, the request is valid request. I'm passing this request to my controller. Clear my point? Everybody clear or not?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
controller checking that request. Yes, the data what is requested is valid, so that I am moving this request to my service. Which layer I am moving? I am moving this request to service layer. I'm having a service layer. I'll tell you in which layer, what type of logic we are going to build in this diagram. Once I complete the diagram, I will explain one by one. Clear? So here I'm having a service layer. And then if the service is saying everything is perfect, it is going to build a repository layer. What layer we are having? Repository layer. So whenever a client browser make a request within the .NET Core application, how many layers we have? It has to pass to the database. How many layers we have to pass to the database?
4 layers.
4 layers. And then it is coming here. The data will give it to this layer. See, in this layers, you have only class and methods. In controller is a class. You all see controller is a class containing methods. It is a class with methods. Am I right?
Yes.
In service layer also, most of you write a methods, class with methods. Am I right? Say yes or no. Is it a class with method or not? Are we holding any data in the service layer, Biren?
No, it is the details of that method controller.
It is the business logic layer.
Yes.
Service layer is basically a business logic layer. I will tell that. But basically in service layer, you will have only class and methods. Am I right? Are we having any other thing? No. We are having only the class and methods. Similar fashion in the repository, you will have class and methods, where it is going to have a method to talk to database. Am I right? Or a property. Sir, how you are passing the data for these layers, sir? For that, you are having one more layer here, top, where, what is this layer? You all understand what is this layer? This layer is called, clear? Model layer. So whenever user makes a request with the data will be held by the model. Clear my point? If controller required a data, it will get from the model, again assign the data back to the model. Whenever service is required a model, it will get from the model. Whenever the repository is required a data, it will get from the model. So here, the layered approach is model is going to share across all the layers. That means here you will have a flow of data. Flow of data. Clear my point? You all agree with this point?
Yes.
Everybody. You all agree with this point?
Yes, sir.
Whenever a SQL server return back a response from the data, that again, the response data will be held by what? Who is going to hold that data?
Model.
Model. So if service required the response data, from where it is going to get it? Model.
Model.
Whenever a controller is required a data, response data, from where it is going to get it? Model. Once after that, you are going to generate your HTML here. This component will be called it as a view component. This component, we will call it as a view component. So controller, once receive the data from the database, the controller will give the data to the view, and view will generate an HTML output. View will generate an HTML output. That HTML output will given back to the middleware. Finally, middleware will send a response back to the client. Clear my point? This is the typical architecture in any organization. 80 to 85% of organization following this MVC core architecture. Be it to be your web API. If it is a web API, you don't have a view. If it is an API, you are not going to have a view. The rest concept is all same. Clear my point?
Yes.
How many of you agree with this diagram?
Agree.
Yes.
Everybody. Okay, fine. Now come back. Let's take a middleware. What basically a middleware will do? This layer, first point, this layer is used to accept a request. First point, it will do accept a request. Okay, let me make it as a here. And then I will give a point number 1. Once it is acquest a request, second thing is the middleware will ensure whatever the request you are making to the middleware is a valid user request or invalid user request. Or you got my point? So you are going to perform authentication, authorization. Clear my point?
Yes.
Everybody clear with that point? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody. Dheeraj,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gora Bhargav, Shubham, Srinivas, Surya Prakash,
Yes, sir.
Akshay. Okay, so after that, whenever the request comes, I have a controller here. So controller class, controller layer will have a action method or not? The controller
Yes.
class contains a action method. Okay. How many number of action method a particular controller class contains? N number of action method contains a N number of action method. Agreed?
Agreed.
Here, the every action method mapped with corresponding URL pattern. Am I right or wrong? Every action method is mapped with individual URLs. Every action method mapped with individual URLs. So, who is going to get the URL first? Who is going to get the URL? Come on, guys. Are you guys sleeping? If you are sleeping, we will stop. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Who is going to get the request URL? First middleware or controller? Middleware. So in middleware, we are going to implement routing. Whenever a URL comes, it will route that URL to the corresponding action method, so that routing mechanism will comes into picture. Clear my point? So in every action method associated with an individual URL, each URL will be routed by routing concept. Clear my point? Third one. C. Service layer. Service layer. Here, you tell me service layer is a class containing methods. Pallavi?
Yes.
Pallavi. Am I audible, Pallavi?
Yes, sir.
Service layer is a class or data?
It is a class.
It is a class. So, service layer class contain n number of methods. N number of methods. Am I correct?
Yes.
N number of methods or not?
Yeah.
And then second point, every method will perform certain business logic. If at all you required, you are going to perform a business logic. Let's take an example. I want to create a product. I'm trying to add a product in the database where you are giving only price. GST need to be calculated. Are you going to perform that business operation in service layer or controller layer? In which layer you will calculate GST?
Service layer.
Why? Because we defined a service layer specific to perform a business logic and business validation. Agreed? Business logic and business, hold on a second, business validation. Is it the only thing I'm going to do here, sir? No. If at all you required, if you require a third party call, if you require a third party call, we are going to perform in service layer. Agreed?
Yes.
Agreed or
Yes.
we will
Yes.
perform in service layer. Clear my point? If all these scenarios are matched, what you are going to do? You pass your request to repository layer. Repository layer.
Sir, like
Now,
what are the sorry, sir.
come again?
What are the like can you give an example like third party calls, like how it will be?
See, see, you are building a product. You want to get some data from external products, not part of your project. Okay. Akshay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they are exposing an API. You need to get the data based on the user input and you need to invoke a third party call. Understand my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
You got it right?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
give an example. You are applying a loan where CIBIL is part of ICICI Bank or it is an independent entity.
Independent entity.
So how ICICI is selling that you are rejected because of CIBIL? Because when you submit your quotation, ICICI Bank internally invoke a CIBIL call. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody. So
Yes.
CIBIL will give certain data. Based on the data, your ICICI will run a business rule on top of the data. It will decide that whether your application is rejected or successful. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So when you are building ASP.NET MVC core project, invoking a CIBIL call, in which layer we will perform?
Service layer.
Service layer. You got the point? So
Yes.
here, CIBIL is a third-party URL or internal of the particular our application?
Third
Third
party.
party.
Third party. We are calling the third party in which layer?
Service layer.
Service layer.
Service layer. Now you understand? So service layer purpose is we are going to create a business logics and business validation. On top of that, if any third party is required, we are going to perform in service layer. Do you all agree with this point?
Yes.
Yes.
Done. So now we go for repository layer. So what is the repository layer? Is the repository layer also a class? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Repository layer is also a class containing, class contains n number of n number of methods. Agreed?
Yes.
Second point, every method will connect to the database to perform CRUD operations. What is CRUD operations?
Create,
Create, read, update and delete.
That's it. Now you understand, right? So repository layer will talk to the database, perform only CRUD operation. Now, you see, all the layers are classes, methods. How you get data for these layers? Where you are going to hold your data? For
The
that,
model.
you are having a layer called model layer. Here, model layer is a class which contain properties of getSet method, getSet accessors. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
With this model containing data, will be accessed by all layers whenever it is needed. Agreed or not?
Yes.
Where you are retrieving data. Who is going to make a retrieval of data? Repository is retrieving the data from the database. Will service need the data? Because I'm not going to perform any logic on the service. Will the services definitely need the data? Think about it.
Yes.
Here, I'm making a request to give me product detail. So whenever repository will hit the SQL server, get the data, put it into the model. Now, do we need to build any logic on the data retrieval? No need to do any logic. Simply you are returning back the data to the controller. Controller will give to the view. View will give to the middleware. Middleware will give to the product. So here we are not building any logic. Or you got my point? But
Yes.
still, the flow of architecture is not changed. Clear my point?
Yes.
So this is how we are going to use MVC architecture. Anybody have any questions on this?
Not it.
Srinivasan, Rao, Surya Prakash Mishra, Sachin, Prem Kumar, Swapnil, Varsha. Do you have any question on this? About this architecture, do you have any questions?
Sir, just one doubt. I might be repeating. Yeah. Could you please explain again about the repository layer? If service layer wants to access the data, it will contact model or it will contact repository?
It always contact the repository, not model. Model is going to only hold the data.
Okay.
If the repository is giving, if the SQL server is giving data, repository will tell, hey model, get this data. Clear my point?
Okay. So repository will take a data from model.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, you are right.
Yeah. Okay.
Shubham, you understand? Am I right?
Yes. Yes. That is correct.
So this is how architecture flow happened between the MVC layers.
So even if controller wants the data, controller will call directly repository, and repository will take a data from model.
You can't.
No.
No. There is an architectural pattern where you need to you cannot bypass service layer without a controller.
Okay, so if controller wants some data, so how it will access the
If
data?
controller want data, first it will hit the service.
Okay.
Service intent talk to the repository to get the data. Got my point?
Yes.
That data will be holded in service, and repository will tell the service that I received the data, it is in model. Again, service will tell, hey controller, I received the data from repository, it is in model, you get it from the model.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, so if controller wants data, it will ask service to get data ready inside the model so that I can retrieve data directly from model.
Exactly correct.
Yep.
I will show you in the code.
So model is something like a empty plate where controller demand to have something in that plate. So it demands service and repository, please do something so that I can have it from the plate. Something like
that. You are right.
Yeah.
I can tell you one more way. You are sitting. Assume you are a controller. You are going for a hotel. Assume you are a controller. Okay, sitting in the table. A service boy is coming to you. Hey, I want a chapati. Here, chapati is a model which is going to hold the data. Am I right? Hello.
So chapati. Okay.
Chapati is your data.
Yeah.
Okay. So repository is your master who is going to cook the data.
Yeah.
So when master will directly come and serve you, or through server will come and serve you.
Yeah, the service person, the waiter.
Service person.
Yeah.
So why do we need a service person? He will ensure to serve the data with certain business logics. Am I right?
Correct.
Same architecture will fit here.
Got it.
Biren, can you go for a mute? I think background noise.
Okay.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Everybody. Pallavi.
Yes.
Pallavi.
Yes, sir.
You understand, right? Prem Kumar, Sachin,
Yes,
Sarita, Shubham,
Yes, sir.
Srinivas Rao. You got the point, right, Srini? Srinivas Rao.
Yeah, yes, sir. I got the point.
Swapnil.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, so this is how we are going to build the ASP.NET MVC core project. Sir, I have one more question. All these are classes and methods, right? Whatever you are having in service layer is a class and method. Whatever you are having a repository layer is a class and method. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So to access repository from the service, I need to create object for your repository layer.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong? Because repository is a class. Listen carefully. Repository is a class. To access this repository class from the service layer, you need to create object here.
Exactly.
Then only with that object only you are able to call the method of repository. Am I right?
Yes.
But in MVC core, you cannot create object in service or controller. Instead, you are going to create object here. Here we are creating an
dependency.
Object for service and repository will be created in middleware. Object for service and repository will be created in middleware. There we will call it as a IOC. Do you remember a concept called IOC? Anybody know IOC? Inversion of control.
Yes, sir.
So basically, inversion of control is nothing but it will try to create object for you at runtime level. Once the object is created by middleware, that object will inject to the controller. Same way, when the repository object will directly inject to the service class, so that you will have dependency injection. We will have DI. DI for service. DI for service. Same way here, DI for repository. Have you got the point?
Yes.
Everybody. Do you all got the point?
Yes, sir.
Bhargav, Biren.
Yes, sir.
So this is how your ASP.NET MVC core will work. Let me show you one project. Probably you will understand better. We are running out of time. Is it okay for you? Everybody?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am opening
Yes,
a
sir.
project which I developed in the morning session. Okay. We did end-to-end and we are working on that. I will show you that here. Close all tabs. Now first go here in the solution. Tell me how many layers we created. I created a admin layer, ASP.NET Core project.
Total 4 layers.
I created a service layer, repository layer, and model layer, right?
Yes.
See here, I created a ASP.NET MVC Core. I created a service. I created a repository. I created a model. Diagram is fitted.
Yes.
This diagram is fit. Say
Yes,
so.
sir.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now, let's talk about middleware here. Go to program.cs file. You have a program.cs file here. Here, this is your middleware. Clear my point?
Yes.
In this middleware, did I create an object for a brand service?
Yes. Yes.
I clearly explained here. Create object for brand service as an IOC. Clear my point? I created an object. Same way,
Yep.
for repository, I created an object in the middleware. Am I right?
Yes.
And then I had a middleware pipeline. Am I right?
Yes.
Everybody, please.
Yes, sir.
Try to understand the code. But we will build it. From the scratch, I'm going to build and show you. Don't worry about it. Just I'm doing for my team in the morning, I'm explaining here. And then, now, your program file is a middleware file. Can I say program.cs is your middleware?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We accepted middleware. Now go back to your model. Whenever a program is required a data, we are creating a brand model which have a properties. This is the place where you are going to hold your data. Now see here, this data is going to accessed by controller class. You see, I have a brand controller. In this brand controller, I am going to get the data based on the service call method. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm calling a method.
Yes. Yes.
But where this data is coming from? From the model. Am I right?
Model.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yes, correct.
And then this brand method will call a repository.
Yes.
Yes.
This
Yes.
brand will be your actual implementation of connecting to the database. This is your repository class, which you are calling as a brand repository. You see here, there is a brand repository.
Yes.
So this brand repository will give the data to model or service.
Service. So it was stored in model, but it returned to service.
It will hold in the model, but
Yes.
it will tell the service, hey service, I already built a model, go and get it. Right?
Yes.
This is how it will work. Now coming back to that. So in the program.cs file, we created an object, right? For service and repository.
Yes.
Everyone. See, while implementing, you will get a clarity. Don't worry about it. But just to understand the architecture, my intention is make you to understand. See, you created an object of service. This service layer object, you created in middleware or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Middleware we have created.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You created an object, but this object you are going to inject in your controller as a dependency injection or not?
Yes.
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 With that brand service object, you are calling a repository or not?
Yes.
So can I say this is a dependency injection? I'm saying dependency injection of brand service. Understand?
Yes.
Can you read this?
Yes.
And then this guy, get all brand, will have another dependency injection of brand repository. So I'm telling here, inject brand repository here and use to get the data from the database. Where I am injecting? Within the service layer. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
So whatever I explained in theoretical, it is practically available here in the code level.
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you explain again?
Come again.
Yeah, can you explain again that dependency of that injection?
Swapnil, yeah.
Yeah.
So Swapnil, if you look into here, in program.cs file, we are creating an object of service.
Correct.
This is called inversion of control.
Correct.
Clear my point?
Yes.
Object is created here, but where we are going to use this object for service? In the controller, right?
Correct.
In the controller, you are injecting that object so that with that object, you are accessing a repository class, correct?
Huh.
Correct or not?
Correct.
So this is called dependency.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Anybody else? Bora? Bora? Bora is always busy. Yes, no, only will be in chat. Are you in meeting, Bora?
No, no.
Then?
And no, that time his kids is not slept, so the speaking, so that I not open mic due to that only.
No problem, no problem. So you all understand, right? ASP.NET MVC core project architecture.
Yes, yes. So one
Yes,
doubt
sir.
there.
Who is that? Homkar?
Yeah, Omkar, yeah. So program.cs is always going to work as a middleware. So
Yes.
it will always
Yes, right.
it will have only middlewares, you meant to
It
say.
will be a middleware.
Okay, program. And I could say we created the service object as a IOC, but where we created object for repository. The, Yeah, could you please open? Okay. So below service. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Got it?
Yep. And this object is getting injected inside the service, and the service object getting injected inside controller. That's got it. Yep, clear.
Okay.
Yep.
So just one question. So here we are injecting brand repository because currently we only have brand repository. So like how many repositories will there? Everything we need to inject one by one here, or like there is some other way to inject everything?
See, if at all you want to get 2 or 3 data in your single service, you can inject as many repositories.
Okay.
Let's give an example. Right now we build a brand. Why we are building a brand master data? Whenever you create a product, you need to select a brand. Am I right?
Yes.
So that time, when I try to fetch data, you need to inject both product repository
brand.
as well as brand repository
Yes.
for binding the logic. Got my point?
Yes, sir. That was why my question was. Yes, got it. So only
Anything
thing
else?
is from .NET framework in this that .NET framework we need to initiate from the service. Here actually we are injecting from the middleware, and we are not creating the instance from the directly from the class. Am
No,
I
that
correct,
is
sir?
not a, see,
Okay.
it is not that the reason. The reason
Okay.
why they are brought here is, see, if you look into program.cs file, this builder method is basically an application builder.
Yes. Yes.
This application builder will have 346 services.
Okay. Okay.
On top of that, your custom services object also, you are telling the builder to create.
Okay. Okay.
Or you got my point? So that your
Yes.
code will
Yes.
be cleaned before it hitting the proper layer response. I'm trying to create object here itself so that these object can be reused at any point of time when you
Got
make
it.
a transaction.
Got it. Got it.
Whenever the request is completed, the release of memory of those objects will be taken care by application builder. You are not going to worried about the releasing memory of those objects.
Okay.
Suppose if you are trying to create object in the controller for a service, every time when I complete my call from the brand service, I need to release the memory. Dispose
Yes,
method, I
that is
need to
true.
write to release the method. There is no option,
Yes.
right?
Yes. True.
So program.cs file middleware will take care of that automatically. Clear my point?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
You are not going to worry about object creation, releasing memory from the object. See, you had a concept called garbage collector in .NET framework.
Yes. Yes.
So it is not an automatic memory. You have to manually dispose your class, right? Where you will
Yes.
have a constructor and destructor. In the
Destructor. Yes.
destructor, you will dispose the object. Am I right?
Yes. Correct.
Whereas in .NET Core framework, you no need to worry about your dispose method, which will be taken care by .NET framework itself. Because of web application builder class. Clear my point?
Yes.
So that's the advantage of ASP.NET Core MVC. Any questions?
Yes. So, sir, if there are,
Wait.
yep,
One
sure.
second. Let me stop the recording so that you guys can talk freely.